We're going to talk about, matter of fact, let me just kind of, you guys can send me topics. We're just going to get into it. Let's actually hop into some Kanye shit real quick. I definitely want to point out the fact that after we've talked about Kanye West being very quiet, Kanye West has now put up a singular post. And the singular post is a post of, ironically, a very hilarious movie, but it's 21 Jump Street. But it features someone that you guys might know. I don't know if you guys know any of these actors, but one of them is Jonah Hill. I believe Jonah Hill is the guy on the left. And Kanye West put up this post saying, watching Jonah Hill in 21 Jump Street made me like Jewish people again. No one should take out anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred against millions of innocent people. No Christian could be labeled anti-Semite, knowing that Jesus is Jew. Thank you, Jonah Hill. I love you. I think this is a good step towards redemption for Kanye. By the way, I do believe that, I think sometimes we think Kanye West is just completely nuts. I think he's the smart guy playing crazy in a sense sometimes. And is it fueled by passion? Yes. I'm going to tell you why I think he's a smart guy playing crazy. He knows when to stop. Now, you might not think he knows when to stop because for what we're thinking on the outside, you're not a billionaire anymore. You should have stopped before you lost your billionaire status. But maybe he wanted to blow a deal up, right? I think that perhaps that him and Adidas are working shit out. He's been quiet. Like very uncharacteristically quiet. Now he pops back out and he's saying, he likes Jewish people again. Now, granted, do I believe that Kanye West gets it? No. Like, if 21 Jump Street is the reason why you like Jewish people or not, like, come on, dog. Like, dog, come on. Not only that, right? This is a great statement that he said. I agree with it wholeheartedly. No one should take out anger against one or two individuals and transform that into hatred towards millions of innocent people. I was saying that even towards Charleston White. I'm like, bro, you could say whatever about China Mac. You feel me? But, like, and obviously I don't even want to get into that whole thing with Charleston White because he claims he has had a long plight of issues with Asian people. But I'm like, just keep it at those particular motherfuckers, right? Anyway, this is where I think he doesn't get it with this next statement. He says, no Christian could be labeled anti-Semite knowing that Jesus is Jew. Now, this is the long-standing debate within certain communities about what could be anti-Semitic and what's actually the derivation of not only the Jewish faith, but Jewish people. So when he says, like, no Christian could be labeled anti-Semite because you know that Jesus was Jew, I don't know if everybody believes that. And also, I do believe there's a group of people who, regardless of thinking about it in a religious perspective of, Jesus being Jewish, I think the word anti-Semite or anti-Semitic is basically people who are just opposed to Jewish people or the Jewish faith. And a lot of those people kind of draw a parallel to, we went through the Holocaust. So because we went through that, we not about to sit here and let nobody even act like they not fucking with us. Because that's how shit starts. Like once we allow people to normalize that we're the bad people, that normalization goes further and further till they throw us in the gas chamber. We ain't finna do that at all no more. So I think Kanye West probably, like, he's not acknowledging that portion of it. Like, we get it if you want to have a theological conversation or debate about anti-Semitic, and because I think that the Hebrew Israelites or whatever they be calling it, like, they be trying to have these conversations too. But you got to also understand the full scope of why Jewish people do feel how they feel. They're not just feeling that way because they're debating over ideology. They're debating over, it's not even a debate. They're sensitive over, we were, subjected to some shit that was on some genocidal shit. So we can't even allow full conversations to be had when y'all are labeling the entire community. I get that. You get what I mean? Like, I get it. Now, could this conversation be had? I guess perhaps, but it just can't be had where you're like, no matter what we say, we can't be anti-Semitic. No, you know what I mean? Not knowing, full and well that there was an entire genocide of those particular people. You know what I mean? Anybody could be anti-Semitic. I think even if you're Jewish, you could be anti-Semitic if you don't like yourself. Just like if you a black person and you don't like other black people, or you don't like black people, period, even if you're black, we usually just call you Uncle Tom or Uncle Ruckus, but we call you a self-hater. You know what I mean? There's not particularly a word for that, but like anti-Semite. But yeah, nigga, it exists. So again, I think Kanye West really doesn't get it all the way, but I think this is a little bit of road to redemption for him. I think he's trying to get it a bit. And I think if you're asking me what I personally think, I think Adidas looks at him and says, yo, check this out, Kanye. We were in bed business-wise with you for a long time. We can't support some of the shit you're saying. But business-wise, it's going to be cutting off our nose to spite our face. Because we are in bed with you business-wise. Let's give you this option. We already canceled all the shit with you, so you're going to lose billions of dollars. But we're losing billions too. How about we recover some of the billions, but here's the stipulations. You got to shut the fuck up. Or you got to just come out and act like you're okay with people of Jewish descendant until we get this fucking money in, and then we can sever relationship ties. Don't you want to be a billionaire? And we don't want to lose money either. So I believe that that's some incentive. I believe that conversation may have happened. Do I have any proof it happened? No. But Kanye West is now like hitting a 180. Oh, I like Jewish people again. Before he was saying he was going to war on Jewish people. Now he likes them again. What I think this is doing is opening a possible door that Adidas could say, hey, we're not doing any long-term partnership with him, but this backstock inventory that we have that we need him to sell. You know what I mean? Maybe donate like 30% of the proceeds to Jewish people. You know what I mean? That's how these companies do, right? But like they ain't really fucking with these niggas. They just be like, well, let me just donate some of the money. That's what I believe. So I believe that's probably gonna happen. And if that's the case and Kanye West plays ball, we're now going to realize that Kanye West ain't that crazy. He just plays crazy. Because Kanye West, there's a Charleston White, and I know y'all hate when I compare them to each other. I don't think Kanye West really had a issue with Jewish people. Now, you might look back at his history and be like, no, yes, he did. Kanye West felt like he's one of the niggas that when he's talking shit, he want nobody to oppose him. He was saying all this shit about George Floyd. Nobody opposed him. Once he said the stuff about Jewish people, suspended off Twitter, whatever, and him, just like Charleston White, they doubled down. Like, they don't want to take the L like, oh, shit. Oh, I can't talk about that. Let me just move on. They double down. Except, I keep saying that African Americans or black people were probably the only group of people that don't stand on business, where people could disrespect the entire race or the entire, the entire pigment of our skin, right? They could disrespect not only just ethnically African Americans, just black people, period, and we'll still forgive him without even a proper apology. You disrespect, for example, the LGBT community or the Jewish people, you're going to have to be on bending knees, copping please, okay? That's just what it is, right? We've seen it with the baby. I think we're about to see it with Kanye, and Kanye is like a really powerful dude. But a nigga like Kanye, he don't take no for an answer. So he doubled down, and now this is the end result. We'll see what happens. Obviously, I do believe that what Kanye West is doing, he's the only one that could do it. I still believe Kanye West could come back from this. Nobody else will be able to come back from this. But musically and culturally, Kanye West holds such a special place that if we just hear 6 months of him just saying, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have dissed the Jewish people, forgiven. You know what I mean? Wasn't there some actor that there was a leaked video of him saying some anti-Semitic shit? That nigga been starring in Tubi movies ever since then, nigga. He can't even get a role in Medea. That nigga been on Peacock. That nigga cannot get any type of roles. Why? Usually when you diss certain groups, they don't forgive, they don't forget. Kanye, the only dude who probably could be like, yo, if he say sorry for like a couple of weeks, they'd be like, oh, it's Kanye. He off his meds. We love Ye. Nobody else. Anybody else this is Jewish people? Done. And don't mention no Kyrie to me. Kyrie, he went to the next team. You know, he deleted his apology. He went to the Mavericks. He been going on live acting like he's spitting all this motherfucking shea butter Twitter shit. He ain't mentioned Jew yet. You know why? He gonna be out the fucking league. Like he ain't got that much cachet. Kanye's still talking Jewish shit. You know what I mean? He's saying he's still trying to have the thing no Christian could be labeled anti-Semite. Kyrie would never dare talk about, oh, I'm a black Jew, whatever the fuck he was saying when he was like, yo, I can't be anti-Semite. He won't say that shit. So, it is what it is. All right. Somebody said nothing wrong with Peacock. You're right. There ain't nothing wrong with Peacock. Okay, cool. Let's move on from this a little bit because we got to go get to this next story. Yo, Memes, do you send these joints to me? Let me know. Shout out to my boy Memes, man. Where my chat niggas in the building at? Where my chat niggas in the building? Sir Lee Productions, I see you in the building. Oh, we got to speak on Burner Boy today. I had my list. Where's my list of things? Please, if you're watching this, send me my list again. Jesus Christ.